The Philippines is one of the most biodiverse countries in the world. In this series, we take a closer look at the connections of man and nature within the various protected areas in the country. How the smallest of our actions affect the bigger ecosystem and community. And how in the struggle between conservation and development, we find that fragile balance that guarantees our future's survival. I am Loren Legan, and this is our fragile Earth, protected areas of the Philippines. The province of Aurora is known for its capital town of Baler, the birthplace of surfing in the Philippines. Year in and year out, the place has been a top tourist destination for the thrill-seeking and adventurous crowd. Not known to many, around 2 hours drive north of Baler is a hidden paradise, the Dinadjawan Beach, a long stretch of white sand beach that is largely untouched, retaining its rawness and pristine beauty. But not immediately visible is the larger treasure behind it, one that supports the beach's existence as well as the communities of humans and plants and animals around it, the Dinadjawan River Protected Landscape. As with the rest of the protected areas in the northern part of Aurora, the Dinadjawan River Protected Landscape started out as a watershed forest reserve declared in 1992. In the year 2018, it was legislated as a protected landscape under Republic Act No. 11038, or the expanded NIPAS Act of 2018. The natural beauty of the Dinadjawan River Protected Landscape, highlighted by its closed canopy forest and an unspoiled beach, is a perfect capital for ecotourism and can sustain the conservation of the diverse ecosystem in this part of Aurora.
Doon sa 4 na legislated PA sa coverage ng kasiguran, DRPL lang po yung may malapit sa beach. So, pag pupunta ka ng Dinadjawan, 2-in-1 siya. May beach ka plus meron ka dun sa proportion ng watershed. So, pwede kang magpunta sa mga falls like sa Baol Falls, saka sa Aliman. Based dun sa study previously, may mga evidence na contributory yung ilog ng Dinadjawan River sa pagiging white sand beach ng Dinadjawan. Ang soil composition po ng mga mountain range ng DRPL ay limestone forest.
Second growth, dipterocarp forests abound in the Sierra Madre mountain range in the northern part of Aurora, the floral and faunal profile of which are similar across these areas.
Sa flora po, marami po dyan dipterocarp species. Andiyan po yung mga red lawaan, white lawaan, tangili. Yun nga pong unique din dito sa Dinadjawan is yung supa at saka dungon na dito lang halos matatagpuan sa Dinadjawan. Orchids din po na bihira na nakikita sa kabundukan. Dito sa Dinadjawan ay marami. Andiyan po ang mga begonia species, Anoectochilus species na mga orchids. Sa fauna naman po, sa animals, meron po tayo dito mga golden crowned flying fox. Yun yung tinatawag namin dito na kalabing, yung malalaking paniki. Iba't ibang klase po yung mga paniki. Mga fruit bats, insect bats. Meron din pong mga sa ahas, mga pit viper, mga mammals, yung mga unggoy, baboy damo.
The extensive landscape of this protected area covering a river basin up to the ridge of Sierra Madre and the borders of Quirino Province gives rise to a distinctive ecosystem conducive to the growth of diverse flora and fauna.
May marami din siya mga species, mga keystone species na nagiging source ng food. Just like for example, mga ficus species natin na kapag namumunga, nag-attract siya ng mga fruit bats, mga frugivores na mga bird species natin. Bagaman siya ay secondary forest lang siya, pero may mga portion pa rin siya na kumbaga untouched pa siya. May malaki ang tendency talaga na nag-harbor siya ng maraming flora and fauna. Particular sa mga premium species natin. Doon sa mga ibang lugar kasi pure dipterocarp sila. Dito sa atin parang may mix siya ng mga premium hardwood species. Kasi kaharap siya sa dagat, sa may Pacific Ocean. So medyo may pagkakalsite ang environment. Kaya makikita ninyo yung buhangin sa dagat ay kulay puti. Galing yan sa mga bundok natin na kung saan medyo lime ang content. So itong environment na ito nagfi-favor sa growth ng mga limestone species like supa, nara, amugis, mga tindalo, na kung saan siya yung mga magagandang mga species at nagpapangyari na medyo unique yung lugar na ito kumpara sa ibang mga protected area dito sa Aurora.
Blessed with a double bounty from the mountains and from the sea, Barangay Dinadjawan's massive potential for tourism is currently being realized. With resorts already lined up along the main beach, it will only be a matter of time before tourists come in droves. A golden opportunity likewise presents itself in the promotion of ecotourism products that combine the potential of both the shoreline and the forest. To be mesmerized by the beauty of nature, at the same time to be made aware of the richness of the biodiversity in this area.
Sa ngayon po kasi, ang Dinadjawan, marami siya talagang attraction. So aside dito sa napakahabang white beach na ito na nakikita natin, if we go further hanggang doon sa dulo, meron doon mga magagandang rock formation. And aside from that, sa kabilang side, meron pang mga ibang waterfalls. Ano po? When it comes to influx ng tourist, so tinitingnan rin natin syempre ang carrying capacity ng lugar. So, hindi lang po dito sa ating beach area, ganun din po sa ating mga protected landscape. Kasi syempre po, when you say protected landscape, although meron tayo diyang tinatawag na multiple use zone at meron tayong tinatawag na protection zone or strict protection zone na ito po ay total hindi natin po pwedeng galawin.
Ito nga yung dito sa Dinadjawan, ang inaay ko dito ay to tie up yung mga effort natin dyan sa mga ecotourism destinations with the resorts owners and association here in Dinadjawan. Nag-train kami ng mga tour guides ng mga bata, tapos i-connect namin dito. At every time na mayroong bisita dito, ipopromote nila yung Baul Falls na instead of spending the 2 days dito sa beach, maybe sa umaga dito kayo, pero sa tanghali, sa terrestrial kayo. Added attraction sa mga bisita.
While tourism in general is a boon to most communities looking for livelihood and additional income, the question of sustainability and readiness comes into play. Is the barangay ready for the influx of tourists in terms of policies and ordinances? Are the structures set up to accommodate the incoming need for more resources and the generation of more waste? How will the increase of human activities affect the protected area?
We consider ecotourism as a challenge in the preservation of the natural resources within the RPL. Marami pong turista, malaki yung naging income ng PA and additional livelihood po dun sa community na adjacent sa PA. Which in turn, siyempre, may mga negative effects din po siya like yung pagdami din po ng basura. Pero may plan naman po ang municipal at barangay LGU like yung regular na pangongolekta ng mga solid waste. Tapos ang barangay naman ay naglana ng permanent na sanitary landfill.
Yes, in 2013, ganyan ang naging problema sa Baler. Baler was not ready with the influx of tourists. Dito sa Dinadjawan, naging lesson na yon. The municipal government of Dipakulaw is already identified and hopefully to start with the establishment of a sanitary landfill na kung saan lahat ng mga maiiwang basura ng mga turista dito sa Dinadjawan ay doon dadalhin. We are coordinating with our Environment and the Management Bureau para ma-facilitate yung assessment ng kanilang proposed sanitary landfill. The municipal government together with the national government ay talagang pinapalakas naman yung information dissemination campaign natin that there should be a segregation of waste. Yung nabubulok ay talagang pwede naman bulukin sa dami pa ng ating mga lupa dito na pwedeng gawing compost. And yun na lang mga hindi nabubulok ang dalhin natin sa sanitary landfill.
As in all things, beauty is recognized and is appreciated when it is seen, experienced, or felt. But tourism development in our protected areas is a double-edged sword. One must have the proper knowledge and skill to wield it, but more importantly, the right heart to discern its use. Balancing one's economic needs with the protection of the environment has always been a challenging task for our local governments and communities.
Ang protected area kasi talaga, ang main purpose sa declaration nila is for recreation and tourism. So, in terms of recreation, syempre, alam natin, gusto ng mga taong maging healthy. So, kaya pati bundok, inaakyat na nila ngayon. So, majority pa rin ang pupunta is local tourists. Unlike the RPL na malapit sa beach, kaya mas napupuntahan siya. Ang DRPL, hindi pa rin sila nakagawa ng polisiya na pati yung benefits na nakukuha nitong mga beach owner, hindi pa na-consider ng PAMBI. So, siguro in the long run, kapag na-establish na yun, meron ding value for money dun sa protection na ginagawa sa protected area, they would understand na pati yung beach, para maging pristine, tuloy-tuloy na hindi magkakaroon ng siltation sa dagat kapag protected yung taas. So from ridge to reef talaga ang approach pagdating doon sa DRPL.
Ang pag-save sa ating mga rainforest, sa ating mga protected area, ay napakalaki pong bagay ito. If one must do their part, malaki po ang changes sa ating lahat. Ang disiplina ng bawat isa at respeto para sa ganun maprotektahan natin ang ating kapaligiran ay napaka-importante po.
The connection of the mountains to the beach, the flora and the fauna of humans to nature is made up of an elaborate and intricate web of dependencies and relationships. To prioritize the needs of one without consideration for the other disrupts the natural flow of things, a disturbance that could lead to an eventual collapse of the ecosystem.
The Dinadiawan River protected landscape is a microcosm of this system. The richness of its biodiversity has provided exciting opportunities for ecotourism development. As we look forward to enjoying its fruits in the near and far future, it is but prudent and imperative for us to continue to nurture and nourish the life-giving tree that bears it.